Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Look up now! Watch up now! My name is Sheldon Olive, better known as Boise, better known as the Madras, your cultural ambassador, 4-time Soca Monarch of Grenada, 2 times OECS Monarch and 2 times Road Match, inviting you to Spice Mass 2018. This will be the one to experience. Well, Carnival Friday night is the biggest night because guess what? 1 stage, 1 night, 2 competitions, groovy and power. And guess what? Your artist may be the one. You never know. Come out and see who take the title. Foreigners come down to see it. Enough vibes, enough energy. Rag, flag, bandanas. It's pandemonium on that night, so you don't know. I mean, I will be defending on that night, so make sure and be there. Carnival Friday night, so come on. Number 5. John! They put your hand up in the air. Rag up in the air. Put your flag up in the air. Put your hand up in the air. Put it up. 1, 2, put it up. So come on.
Hey boy, action!
All top strikers, the most anticipated fete to kick off the carnival season is here. St. David's, are you ready for Wasp Fest?
Is you for who and is who for you?
The official launch of your 2016 and 2017 Road March Kings, Lil Natty and Thunder, Saturday, June 9th at the Malmont Playing Field, St. David's. Bigger venue, one night, the ultimate launch. Live from Trinidad, the Hawkman himself, Blacks.
I feel like
Representing all the way from Antigua, the Vagabond, the professional drinker, Ricardo Drew. And from Barbados, get ready to take off something with the General Stiffy. Together with all the baddest local artists and DJs. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 11 p.m. sharp. Admission $30 limited, $40 regular, and $50 at the door. Available from St. David's Pharmacy, Grenadian Optical, Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, and Golden Auto Granville. For VIP tickets, call 410-0157. Remember the date, Saturday, June 9th, Malmont Playing Field. Bigger venue, more mass. All top strikers, be there.
this morning, first thing as I wake up, King David told Sam to the brain. Don't let your courage go down, keep it up. And if your heart rip up and stitch it up, don't let your faith them fall, pick it up. When my cup was empty, God fill it up. Don't take the devil contract, rip it up. And if your bad mind people to go meet it up, pass me the Congo drum and let me beat it up. God on my side, me no give it up. No weapon that form against us shall not prevail. And no man that rise against us, that war they shall never win. Because I will conquer, no I will conquer, yes I will conquer, conquer them. Come on, let's conquer, no I will conquer, rise up and conquer, conquer them. Thank you, Father. I want to say thank you, Lord. You're everything, Father. Thank you. Father, you alone shall guide me. No man shall lead my path. In the wind I hear your quiet whispers, and you heal my broken heart. Even some of my friends turn enemies, and they pray for right to feel. And remember you gave us your only begotten son, but we gave him the wound of lies. Send down your warriors with the hello. They carry down to the end of days. No matter how the devil try to trick me, unto you my soul I will give. Father, I know this time is coming.
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Pity Martinique. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott.
And I'm Devon Romain.
Yes, indeed, and it is Hard Talk. We are live on 97.5 City Sound FM.
And 89.5 CRFM.
92.9, that is Sister Isles out there in Carriacou.
And 94.9, We Vibes Radio in Brooklyn.
Yes, indeed. Okay, a kind of foggy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, if you could consider not foggy. Well, I've been to fog. Misty, not misty either. Dusty. A Thursday, on the Isle of Spice. Very dusty.
It is.
Yeah, the visibility is low, certain areas and that sort of thing. So it is an interesting Thursday morning on the Isle of Spice. So you could tell I'm not really in the mood today. Right, nice. Yeah, I ain't into it. Serious? No, you all know me how to talk to all you. I'm not into it today. Yeah, the vibes in there. I ain't into it today. Yeah, definitely. Devon had to do the program today because I ain't talking.
Good morning to everybody, especially those on the live. Good morning to you who have just joined us, and those waiting too. Good morning to you. Good morning to all the workers of our nation. Special good morning to you, the students of our nation. Yeah, the vendors, bus drivers, all of you. A special good morning to you coming from the Hard Talk family.
All right, good morning to you, Louisa and Hermione. Rhonda, I'm seeing you online there. Stephen, Betty, Superstar, good morning to you as well. Hey, and Spaceman, good morning to you, sir. I hope that you are having a wonderful day today. Yeah, man. Yeah, seen Spaceman online as well. Yeah. Devon, I didn't even get to look at news last night. I don't know what's the latest.
Yeah, but nothing much except for the some police news in which that basically dominated. You have someone has been charged for non-capital murder in the death of Kane Isaac Edwards, the shooting incident in Telescope.
Okay.
Yeah, he made his first court appearance yesterday, and was remanded here in custody, and so until somewhere around later on this month. All right. Surprisingly though, the police has thanked the public though in the support and towards this case, and listening to it, we have about 22 persons they have stated that they have for witness for the prosecution. 22
in a murder case involving a firearm in Grenada.
And the weapon has not yet been retrieved or recovered, and police is asking for anyone for assistance and so. Also, we had the tragic death of a young man in somewhere up in Dabo. All right, sometime yesterday he went to reports claim that he went to get some gravel or something like that, and something caved in and he was covered, with boulders and gravel and so, right, and found by his other person.
That's in a condemned area, though, Dabo.
Yes.
There was a similar incident there a while ago, a few years ago, and as such, that particular area was sort of.
It's a black gravel area. They condemned there a long time for taking gravel from there because it's dangerous.
In that area.
Dangerous. I mean, going to school there, they used to do a lot, and so a lot of mining and so. But after they cut it out because of the danger, and so it posed to to the surroundings and so. So that basically made the wrongs in news last night dominated, and so also I picked up some news with one of our athletes in the NCAA. One of the driving through. What's his name?
Masan.
Yes.
Anderson Peters.
Yes.
Yeah, he won. Gold medal again.
82.882.
Yeah, not as big as true ever, but he has a 84 somewhere under his belt there, but a 82. So once he keeps within the 80 percentile range, there 80 something meters.
Yeah.
Once he's keeping within there, you're looking at an Olympic prospect. And the thing is, the world is taking notice of Grenada's athletes.
Very much.
And we're not just speaking about Kirani and our 400-meter runners. And Kirani, I believe, should be in action. I think it's this weekend. He should be in action in Jamaica.
And Breland.
Yeah. So they should be in action in Jamaica this weekend. And both Mark M. Felix and Anderson Peters, they continue to perform excellent. Not only them, you also have Josh Boateng doing well. You have Candice Scott that also placed recently in one of the NCAA competitions in the U.S. So they are all doing pretty well. And when you look at the throws of Anderson Peters, he's getting there within Olympic medal range. He's getting within, believe me, folks, he's getting within Olympic medal range. If by the time Olympics come around, he could be somewhere close to the 90 or within the 90 mark, he could be coming home with a medal from the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
Yeah.
Mark my words. Yeah? And Markham isn't far behind. Markham Felix isn't far behind.
We have great prospects.
We have a lot of prospects here. This is the next Olympic team, knock on wood, fingers crossed. Yeah, the next Olympic team, believe me, we have quite a few prospects in there. It's not just going to be
heavy contingent.
Yeah, it's just not going to be the Karani show.
Nope, alone.
It's going to be, you have the Anderson Peters, once he remains healthy and everything goes according to plan. We're seeing the incremental increase in the distances that he's throwing. Now, you're supposed to have a specific increase every year. If you're training properly and your training is working properly and your technique is being perfected and your strength is increasing, you're supposed, you could have all the strength, but if you don't have the proper technique, you're not going to make it. So if he continues along that path, or they continue along that path, especially looking at Anderson Peters and Markham Felix, we have the possibility of medals there at the Olympic Games. Also, when you're looking at Kurt Felix and Lyndon Victor, the brothers, when you're looking at two of them as well, you know that Grenada also has within them medal prospects as well. They're not just going to show up at the Olympic Games for showing up sake. They're not just going to be going there for people to look at them and say, well, okay, these two guys, Grenada sent two people in this field, and okay, right. No, it's not going to be a situation with that. They are actually going to be within medal contention. Next year, August, I believe it's July, August next year, we have the, oh boy, it's slipping me right now. As I told you, I'm not fully in it today. We have the World Championships. So as we have the World Championships next year, with the World Championships, it's a good springboard to go into the Olympic Games. So we're looking to see how things progress for athletes going there. Karani, as we said, back in action this week at an invitational games out there in Jamaica. So he'll be back in action. We have Braylon as well in the 400 meter. We're looking as well at the two brothers in the decathlon, Kurt Felix, Lyndon Victor, looking at them continuing to perform well in the decathlon field. We're also looking at the Anderson Peters, Markham Felix, Candice Scott, and so in the javelin. Then there's Imran, oh boy, also in the javelin. Imran, I remember his first name. I can't remember his surname, if it's Gibbs or what it is. But Imran as well in the javelin. So we have quite a few prospects that are there for Grenada. Josh Boateng in discus and in shot put. All right. The shot put, he's been doing pretty well. And discus, he's been doing pretty well as well. Not quite yet within medal contention range with both at Olympic level, but he has the potential to get there. And we know that he will get there very soon. So we're looking to see his progression over the next year to see how he's progressing to that level. And
most of our athletes, they have age on their side, very young, most of them, and the will and the ability, I think, will take them far. And they know that the Grenadian people, the entire Grenadian people is behind them. So, supporting them. So, hey, we look forward to great things from all our athletes, representing Grenada on the international circuit and so. Yeah.
So, folks, 440-7377, that's 440, my voice, the 440-7377. And
347-329-3101.
Yeah, all your call.
Give us a call.
All your call.
Sheldon, one of the things that for the next couple of days I'll continue to advocate on is the whole question of the disaster preparedness, and so it is so important for us to continue to remind people of to prepare. We are in the official hurricane season, right? And we cannot afford to be caught with our pants down, as they say. We cannot, right? As a people, we have been through lots. We have the experience and so in seeing what these, especially hurricanes and so, can do to us. Let us not get caught, right? Let us not get caught, and be negligent in terms of preparation, right? We know what we have to do. Let's not wait. And so, for people to beg us to do what we need to do, our water supply, our first aid kit, right? And so the whole home plan for your family, and so where should you go in case of an emergency where let's say the roof of your house, thrown off, where is the closest shelter? And so things that you can and have to do in case of a disaster, especially during the hurricane season, right? We must be mindful of that.
Yes, indeed. Again, 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you to get on to the inside of today's program. Yeah.
And Chantel is saying, yes, prepare to prevent.
Oh, I thought you said prepare to pervert. Okay, all right. I didn't.
Chantal, not me.
Chantal, no, excuse, but no, the eyes ain't working fully this morning. I thought I see prepare the pervert tonight. That's why I thought I see there. So I say, I thought I see. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, 440-7377. That's 440-7377. Folks, just some reminders here. From the Inland Revenue Department, the Inland Revenue Division of the Ministry of Finance advises the public of the following taxes, which will be due and payable this month, the month of June. Yeah. So the 7th of June, as of today, the pay as you earn and withholding tax are due and payable. So those of you that have to pay the pay as you earn and withholding taxes, they are due and payable today. What is the pay as you earn? I really don't understand the pay as you earn one thing. Anyway, right. June 11th, gaming tax due and payable. So those of you that have the gaming houses, those of you that have the little places where people could go and use the slot machines, and so the gaming houses, yes, your taxes are due and payable on, that would be Monday. Yeah, I think that's Monday. So due and payable on June the 11th. Miss, you could can I have some coffee, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you so very much, my dear.
Yeah,
mix it for me. Thanks. Nice. Yeah. So gaming taxes due and payable on the 11th of June. That is 11th of June is when, but 11th of June is, it's Monday and shoot. Yeah. So gaming houses, organize a little check, head to the treasury, make your little payment and thing. Other than that, you might find yourself unable to operate within the state of Grenada. Yeah. All right. I know you have a certain partner of mine. I know you go and pay eating early, man. I ain't go call him. But I know he ain't go stick with that.
I ain't go wait.
Are some partners.
You want no problem.
Are some partners. Who, I know they go and pay the thing, man. I ain't go stick. Yeah, June the 20th, value added tax and excise tax return due and payable. So your VAT and your excise tax returns, they are due and payable on the 29th of June, right? That's wait, no. They time me up here. Let me see. Oh, I think something fall out a line. Right. So June the 20th, value added tax and excise tax are due and payable. Right. And July the 1st is your deadline for your 5% rebate on property tax for 2018. Yes. So those of you who qualify, you make your early payment and you got your rebate. Yeah. So the 1st of July, you should be getting it back by that point in time.
Yeah.
Nice. 1st of July is also the deadline for payments on motor vehicle license numbers. Okay, all you listen carefully. 751 to 999 with plural letters. And 7051 to 9999 with the single letter. In other words, everybody else.
Plural and singular.
Everybody else. Yes. You know that you. That's wrong. Everybody else know. That's the best. It's the last batch. So if you know you ain't register your vehicle yet,
you better get there.
Go and do it. And listen, don't go and do like some people and wait until the last working day of the month to go and try and tie up the treasury. They have to try and keep it open to facilitate you and think. But so the people in the treasury is not people too. They not families to go home to. Do the thing during the reasonable time. Do it now. Right? So all of you that have not, I think they even want to call the numbers. You know that you have not sorted that out yet. Go and sort it out now.
Get it done.
Go and sort it out.
Because the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force, when it comes to the no-nonsense moves for registration and license, and they make no bones about that. Get it done, you won't get in problems.
Don't vex when the Royal Grenada Police Force pull you over and say, your sticker is still for last year. We have to charge you. Officer, I have it inside the glove compartment. No, it's not supposed to be in the glove compartment. It's supposed to be affixed to your windscreen. Why is it not affixed to your windscreen?
On the left side of your windscreen.
Yeah.
So, on the passenger side.
Make sure.
Make sure you do it. All right, and here you have no hassle.
Yeah, so those of you that have that, you need to get that done. Corporate income tax and personal income tax installments are due on the 1st of July. Also on the 1st of July, your annual stamp tax installment is due and payable. We're kind of coming to the middle of the year. Yeah. So a lot of the payments, and it's also this end of the second quarter. So most of the payments that you would have to make either on a quarterly or on a mid-year, they are every 6 months, they are due right now. Okay? So income tax returns due for the businesses ending with fiscal year, the 31st of March. Yeah. You have to pay by the 29th of June, Fisherman birthday. So you have up until Fisherman birthday. So income tax returns for businesses with their fiscal year ending the 31st of March, you need to make your payments. All right? Yep. Okay, Popos? I'll go and pay because we can joke with that in the next thing. I'm charging late fee and things. Yeah. Also from the National Water and Sewerage Authority, thank you so very much, my dear. On the day of your wedding, I will dance a jig. Thank you. All right. Thank you so very much. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The National Water and Sewerage Authority is advising customers in Guelph, Moran, Dr. Bell, and parts of Guelph Estate and surrounding areas, and in the parish of St. John, that in order to facilitate a network upgrade, there will be an interruption in their supply between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. today. And, right, that's today. Okay? Consumers are advised to collect and store water in clean, covered containers prior to the scheduled interruption in supply. Please be further advised that although the system will be reopened at 5 p.m., some, especially those on high elevations, may not receive their supply immediately, but within 2 hours after the scheduled restoration period. The authority apologizes for any inconveniences caused and thanks consumers for their patience as we all work towards the delivery of a safe, adequate, and reliable supply of water. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs. You think they could pay me for reading that, boy?
Well, take care, Miss Jamila and them paying attention to you.
Ah, man, no. It's Miss Chateau. It's Miss Chateau now.
Yeah, Miss Chateau.
Miss Chateau, that's there now. Yeah, Miss Chateau is she's listening.
Jamila.
Yeah. Huh?
Chateau.
No, not Jamila.
No,
Wendy Chateau.
No, I'm saying you know. Hey, yes, Depot. She will get it. I have no fear.
Who go get what it? I
didn't see that one yet.
I ain't see that one yet. No, me, I ain't taking part.
No, I was talking about the preparedness and so on. Depot was encouraging persons with solar, right? The solar lights and so.
Yeah, it's important to get those.
Very important and so on.
Yeah, folks, remember, it's a situation where it's not a matter of if Grenada would ever get hit with a hurricane again.
It's when.
We have to be realistic. We have to understand that we live on a planet that hurricanes pass this direction. So it's a matter of when we get hit with the next hurricane. Right? So we must be prepared. Remember the Boy Scouts? So the Boy Scouts are around still. Why are the fathers here?
It's on a lower scale and so, but we have more girls guides.
I think my son was telling me something about the Scouts. Yeah.
More girls guides and that sort of thing.
Fellas used to have this little knot thing. Some fellas used to break bottle and take the
Scouts and
top of the bottle to use for that.
Yeah,
for the scarf, they used to break a bottle, the top off of the bottle, and use that for that to pull the scarf together
nice and draw it real tight and
they
look good. Creativity, nice.
But the scouts always say, be prepared. Yes. And folks, we've got to be prepared.
Have to.
But we're also saying to those of you that are coming down for the carnival season, those of you that are sending the mid-year barrels, because we know a lot of you do send mid-year barrels. You send it for the family mid-year. You send one at the middle of the year and one at the end of the year. We know you're working hard throughout the time to try and save up to send those barrels. We want you to include items in them that can help people. Yeah, that can help people. So the solar powered lights. I had mentioned that before. You probably mentioned it a couple of days ago. Solar powered lights, very important.
Very, very important.
The solar powered or manually charged radio, the ones that you could wind up and they play for a while and that sort of thing. Yeah. So you need to get those things in order.
Extra batteries.
Yeah. Send them. Put them in a barrel.
Especially those rechargeable batteries.
Only rechargeable, in fact. And here's why. The rechargeable batteries are much better. When you send the other batteries and so, when they finish, into the garbage, into the landfill, seeping into our water system. Yes, the rechargeable ones do it as well, but you have a long time before you have to throw away the rechargeable ones. So until the design one that after it could recharge forever, we will continue using the rechargeable ones. For things, even your children's toys. Sometimes you find yourself going and buy these pen lights and these AAA batteries.
Lots of them.
And buying and buying and buying and buying and buying.
And they don't last long anyways.
Yeah, not realizing it's better to get the rechargeable ones. And the rechargeable ones, a lot of the time, they're way more powerful. Huh? Yeah. They're way more powerful.
You get good service.
Yeah, I think we have a caller online.
Good morning, Sheldon. Good morning, Devon.
Good morning, my friend.
Yeah, Sheldon. I want to say something. The days when Caribbean athletes used to just want to go and partake in the Olympic is over. We are hello.
Yeah, we're listening you.
Yeah, we are there now to compete at the premier goal in the Caribbean. Alright.
Okay, caller. Before you continue, mute the radio in the background. It's really throwing me off. Yeah. Yeah, mute the radio. Usually I don't hear it, but this time I hear it loud and clear, and it's throwing me off.
Another important thing again in preparing, especially around now, the rainy seasons are about to begin, official hurricane season, is the clean of your surroundings, especially the drains. Mm-hmm. The drains around there that water path, ensure that it's cleared.
No, they're waiting for government to come and do that.
Yeah, remove all the obstacles, all the stones, the bottles. Get rid of these things.
Waiting for government to come and do that.
You understand? We can't always wait for government or the bushing program or something to come and clean right in front of your yard.
No. Waiting for the minister to do that.
Yeah, we need to be more proactive than that, right? And so, some of us where we live in our surroundings, so many, pile of garbages like galvanized and white goods like fridge and washing machine and all these things. We need to get rid of these things.
This is why too we need to have the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority come in with us one day soon. Yeah. Because people are willing to move it. They're willing to get rid of the old galvanized and the iron and thing around. The problem they have, they say they're putting it together and then it's a problem to move it.
Collection.
So they're getting it to one point, but it's a problem to move it. Okay, so we need solid waste.
Hey, good morning, Devon.
Yes, my friend.
Yes, so go right ahead now.
Yeah. I was saying that the days when our Caribbean athletes compete, going in the Olympic just to make up numbers, these days is over. Because before time you hear about America winning gold, winning silver, other bigger country. But now in the Olympic we are there to compete, and we're bringing back gold, silver, bronze to the Caribbean. Alright? I want to say, Brother Sheldon, kudos to the green athletes and the athletes in the Caribbean who are making us proud when they're going to compete and they bring back gold. Even they compete and they don't bring back gold, but we're proud of them because they're making we, the Caribbean people, proud of what they are doing. And that is also giving an incentive to other young people to reach where they reach. Alright? I want to say kudos to the green athletes for doing so great and a wonderful work. I'm making we the green people proud, even the athletes in the Caribbean. I want to say kudos to them. Keep up the good work that they are doing to make we the people in the Caribbean proud. And Brother Sheldon, I want to say something concerning as we are there in the season, hurricane season. I want to let the people in our Green Caribbean people know we have to prepare prepare, because many times, sometimes, when asking people prepare and see something or whatever coming and nothing come, you know what we just say? Oh, they always making people spend a lot of money and nothing coming. But I always want to let people know it is better to prepare and have things. If you prepare nothing come, well, you just utilize what you have. But if you don't prepare something come, it's like a disaster coming and meet a disaster. So I was asking the people to prepare, listen to the information from NAGMA, and listen from the Med Office, and just take advice from the right sources. Don't take no advice from people who might do the same thing and bring more panic. So I want to say disaster preparedness begin with us, and everyone should be involved in disaster, because preparing for something great is save life. But if you're prepared, it's like more life will be pass away. So I want to say, Brother Sheldon Devon, you all have a wonderful day. God bless you all.
All right, my friend. Thank you. I want to make an appeal to persons out there, right, to come out and be volunteers for NAGMA. Come out and help. For example, in case of emergency or a hurricane or storm hits, the shelters, we need persons, right, volunteers, to manage those shelters right around the state of Grenada, right? We need to train persons to do that, right? NAGMA is embarking on training programs and so, right, to train persons to head up and to control, to manage, right, the centers and so where persons will be at in case of an emergency. The communication system, right? So I'm appealing, right, to persons out there who may be skilled in different areas and so come out and volunteer your service to NAGMA. Give them a call, right? Get in touch with the district coordinators in your area and so wherever you are, and volunteer your service, right? No matter what it is, you may be surprised how important, right, you, right, is in this whole equation, right? Don't be afraid. When we prepared, right, we prevent a lot of things. Grenada belongs to all of us, right? It's not just one set of people. We need all hands on deck.
I could play a tune.
Oh, sure.
I'm allowed to play a tune, right?
Yeah, you're allowed to play one at this point in time.
Folks, I just want to play a tune because sometimes you just have to play a tune, you know. Just remember, on Friday, not Friday, Saturday, Malmont playing field.
Tap the screen, tap the screen. Tap it.
It's going to be the 2018 launch. See what a little coffee does do? 2018 launch, Little Natty and Thunder. The Wasways Empire.
I drink the rum last night and I fall in love. Now I'm thanking God for waking me up.
Malmont playing field is going to be transformed, yeah, I'm telling you. And believe me, they have a lot of artists. Some artists you may not know so well, and others that you do know, they're going to be having them. It is what they might end up having to move this thing a little closer to Carnival, you know. Wasfet might become something like pre-day.
An established part of the whole Carnival.
Yeah, it might become something like pre-day, because believe me, the kind of hype that I hear going into this and the amount of people I hear saying that they're heading to that, man. And for the amount of artists, you might have to change this thing to Soca Monarch.
But you know, St. David's over the last number of years have upped their game when it comes to the soca. If you notice, a lot of more artists, right, coming
we
out.
We are always up there.
No, but I mean, but
excuse me,
not in that
Sheldon Douglas.
Well, yeah, but okay, you had Sheldon Douglas, but now you have a number of them.
Otis.
Okay, you could have count them on one hand, you know.
No, you
can't. No, you can't.
What do this guy?
No, you had to put up about.
We have fellas like Hammer that used to make it. They might not win, but they used to make it.
How much of them? Count them, and I'll tell you. Back in, but now you have to put up 5 and 6 hands because there's so many of them. You know,
like
coming out there. Little Kerry, I mean, coming out there, he's all right too.
Yeah.
Right, and so
Squeeze head, Muddy.
Okay. Continue,
Lead neck.
and you'll see. That's one hand already, yeah?
In other words, folks, we coming down heavy.
well, you know, St. David is already there.
Coming down real heavy. Well, yeah, no, I just had to play that one because I'm telling you it's going to be a wonderful one. No, Sheldon will not be there. This Sheldon will not be there. The other Sheldon might be there, right? But this Sheldon ain't going to be there. But Malmont playing field, I tell you, is the place to be. For those of you looking for something to do for the weekend, it's going to be a nice one. And then remember that Father's Night Out coming up, eh?
Yeah,
Father's Night Out is coming up.
On the 16th.
Yeah, it's coming up, folks. So if you've got the opportunity, that's going to be where again, boy? At up in St. Patrick at the Arena. Yeah, Father's Night Out. Eric Donaldson.
Eric Donaldson.
I wonder if that place could hold everybody.
And so, but I don't know the venue. I saw anyhow, but it's the promoters.
We gotta talk to them. We gotta
really talk to them.
Mr. Promoter,
because this kind of hideaway thing you're having for fathers and thing, I really appreciate.
The playing field right there, you know. Who we had on the playing field last time we was there, boy? We had some artists or something there. What we had there? You had no artists, no?
Yeah, we had no artists.
Yeah, but we had a lot of people.
Crowd.
Yeah, so what's that? We could take it
there,
you know. Yeah, man.
Take it there, just one notch away from there, you know. This kind of, you know, secluded thing for fathers and thing. We fathers deserve more and better than that, boss.
Yeah.
It's a good effort, but hey, do it with vigor and strength. You're a man.
All right.
You understand?
Hey, and let's say this for elderly folks, as happens every 6 months. Remember, you have to do your pension life certificates. It's that time again. So those of you, all government pensioners and ex gratia recipients, are reminded that they should submit their pension life certificates to the Treasury for the processing of payments for the period 1st July 2018 to 31st December 2018. Let me say that again. All government pensioners and ex gratia recipients are reminded that they should submit their pension life certificates to the Treasury for the processing of payments for the period 1st July 2018 to 31st December 2018. Please note that forms received after June 30th, 2018 will result in delays in receiving pensions. Please ensure that the correct information is included on the life certificates and that it is signed by the official attester, that is A, Justice of the Peace, medical practitioner, minister of religion, barrister at law, or permanent secretary. All right? I'm saying this and I've taken my time to read it because what often happens is this. Some people do not submit their pension life certificates in time. They submit it after the period that they're supposed to submit it. What then happens is that you cannot verify that that person is alive, and the government will immediately stop paying pensions to that account. No money will be sent. So even though the person is alive, because they have not sent in the life certificate, in other words, every 6 months you have to verify that the person is alive, so that monies, if they are no longer alive, although it may have been stopped before, which it should be, once the person has died, you're supposed to report and the money would stop coming, because it's illegal to take it once the person has died. If that was not done, there's the opportunity to do it at that point in time, to stop it. Yeah? If no pension life certificate comes in for an individual, they will be struck off the list. Yeah? They will be struck off the list. And I'm saying that in the context of this. Around last year and the year before, on the two occasions that this process had to take place, which would be now and then again in November, when this process takes place and people don't fill out and then they do not receive their pensions or their pensions are late, they take to the radio stations and start saying that government don't have money to pay and that government wicked and who they take off the list. And that is not the case. Yeah? We want you all to understand what's taking place here, because I'm saying it today and I'm recording that I'm saying it on the 7th of June and that the deadline is the 30th of June. I'm recording that I'm saying it on this particular day because I know that the people who do not drop in their certificates, you're going to hear them on radio, and you're going to hear Dum Dum and friends jumping up on radio talking about, oh, government wicked, they take this one off the list and they take that one off the list and they ain't pay this person pension and this person pension late, when the person did not fill out their pension life certificate. So if you know of any pensioner, because some of them are not totally, what they call it, mentis compass, mentally competent. Yes, not all of them are fully there, but they receive their payments and so on. So that if you have a family member or you know of the individuals, help them out with the process, please. Make sure you get the certificate, fill out the certificate for them, get them to sign and so on, and then get either a justice of the peace, a medical practitioner, doctor and so, minister of religion, barrister at law, or permanent secretary. I want to say minister of religion, a registered minister of religion. Not anybody that just say I'm a pastor. A minister of religion, a registered minister of religion, barrister at law, or permanent secretary. So you can get that, right? Yeah, remember a few years ago at the short all the thing with the marriage officers, boy? Some people was wondering if they married and all that.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah, I just love it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Again, we have seen over the years, Sheldon, that some of our fellow Grenadians have been very much complacent when it comes to the preparedness during the hurricane season. And I continue to emphasize the importance of it. We do not want to be in a situation where we are caught off guard, right? We have to do much better as a people. We have to come together to ensure that the system that is there is put in place, right, to help and to secure all of us, right? Not just one set of people who may be a bit, in the thing. We need to support every single person in the case of a disaster, from the disabled persons, the shut-ins, right? Persons we have to take care. Look, as it is mandated by NAGMA, all districts and so, right, must or should have a plan in case of a disaster, right? Each one of besides the plan that NAGMA has for the country, each one of the districts must, right, have a plan of action in case disaster strikes. And so let us be more proactive. I beg of you, I ask, I'm calling on persons to volunteer your service to help, right? And so in whatever way, persons with heavy equipment, persons with tools that may be needed during the time of hurricane and so, get in contact with NAGMA, right? Give your support and so, because remember, NAGMA, it's a voluntary, right, organization. Government, yes, gives a stipend and so to ensure, right, that the administration, the function, right, of NAGMA, the head of NAGMA is there. But the bulk of the work is being done by volunteer service, right, from you, from me and you within the community. And we must continue to be more proactive, right, and secure ourselves.
Yes, and also, folks, we had been advertising the cricket games for this weekend. So they've been shifted to next weekend. The cricket games we were telling you about, that would be St. John vs. St. Patrick West at MacDonald College, which was due to take place this Saturday at 2 p.m. That is at MacDonald College next week, Saturday instead, at 2 p.m. The match at Beaujeju between St. George South and St. George Northwest, under the lights, that will be taking place June the 16th, next week, Saturday, at 6 p.m. And St. David vs. St. Andrew South East, the location wasn't set, but that one as well will be taking place next week, Saturday.
So they all put off until
they postponed to next week.
More time. Give the teams a little more time to practice and so. Understand? Hey, good morning to all our parliamentary representatives Around from Carriacou to the south.
PM should be in his office today. Today's Thursday, so I think he should be in the constituency office. Good morning,
Yes, good morning,
Dr.
Doc.
The Right Honourable Keith Mitchell.
Yes.
I also believe that Skeeter should be in your office today. The Honourable Kate Skeeter Lewis.
Kate Skeeter Lewis.
She should be in her office today.
It's Thursday. Who else again?
I think the Honourable Oliver Joseph should be in his office
also
today.
on a Thursday. Should be there.
I think the Honourable Nicholas Steele should be in his office today.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. I can't remember all. Most of the MPs should be in the constituency
Wednesday,
offices
Thursday,
today.
and so they
Once
usually
the
be.
ministry doesn't have a specific activity that they have to be at today, most of them should be in the offices
should
today.
be in the offices.
Honourable Yolan Bain Oswald?
Wednesdays carded for her day, but
Wednesdays.
usually yes. But as a Minister of Agriculture, most of her time, she's
up and
out there
down.
in the field,
Yeah.
up and down and so on.
Yes, she have a pair of water boots in the back of the car.
She always.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
Yeah, she have a water boots.
she's basically specialized in horticulture.
And she's so stylish, yeah, man, so I could imagine the style of water boots. Too.
So she likes her. She likes her as a woman.
Yeah.
Some people say, "Oh, it's a
Yeah,
woman
like-
from
yeah, like
Minister
she
of
handbags.
Agriculture." Oh.
Yeah, that's she handbags.
But or hats too. Or
But
hats
see the
is,
suits.
That's
a lady that knows to dress.
she has
She has
spunk.
class, man.
Yeah, she has spunk, as you usually say.
Yeah,
back in the day. Good morning to the sisters of St. Andrews. All four of you. Good morning to you. And how are you doing? Honorable Emily Pierre, I've not seen her in a while. She's
seen
been
her.
busy with the nation's children.
Yeah,
you
up
know,
and down, up
both
and
her
down.
and,
Refurbishments in some schools.
Yeah.
They're looking at the curriculum. So quite a bit going on with it. Quite a bit.
going on, yes.
Hey, and I say skeets, you know. So good morning to each and every one of you. We
Yes.
hope that you all are having a fabulous day today. So
Honorable
folks,
Kindra Matthew and Stewart,
let me just remind them again. So folks, remember, if you have an elderly that's living close to you, you know they're receiving their pension and they need to get their pension life certificate signed. It's time for them to get it done. Please don't wait until the end of the month, because they're going to end up not being paid. And then it's going to cause a problem for them, because a lot of them depend on that money. So those that have to fill it out, do it. And also, I think that should be coming up just now for seed as well. I think it's about time when they do their usual review and that kind of thing. So we expect to be getting that kind of information in relation to the seed program as well. Yeah, so we should be getting that information anytime from now about when they're doing their review. Yeah, because they review on a regular basis.
I want to continue again to make an appeal to the drivers on our road, especially your truck drivers, who continue to carry gravel and sand and what the case be on the back of your truck, and it's not protected, it's overloading. Over the Granny Tang, I will continue to say, and I'm appealing to the Royal Grenada Police Force, please, right? Just pay a little attention to those truck drivers who ply, right, the Granny Tang route with truckloads of gravel and sand, and it spills in the road. It's dangerous, right? It's dangerous for the other users of the road, okay? Especially the buses and so with load and everything like that. It's dangerous when you have to maneuver from gravel going up on a hill and around a corner, right? It is dangerous. Do not, right, continue to do that. You have the Eastern Main Road. How much more would it cost you, right? You prefer to put other people in danger, right? And than to, think, come on, right? We have to do much better than that. And I'm appealing to all you truck drivers, right, who ply the route and are guilty. I'm not saying all of you, but those of you who are aware that your truck is spilling gravel from right down to Black Forest way up to 1910. And so, please be mindful of the danger that it creates to others. Okay?
All right. 440. That's right. 440-7377. That's 440-7377.
And 347-329-3101.
Yeah. Good morning to you, Burbis. Good morning to you, Muscles. Yes. Good morning to you, Zingo. I know all of you are listening this morning. Hope that you all are having a wonderful morning this morning. Chantal. Yeah. Chantal, you're coming for the carnival, girl? Yeah, carnival time, you know. Yeah, carnival. Might see you in Grenada. Yeah, enjoying yourself. And for those of you that are visiting for the Spice Mass 2018,
it's going to be a bumper
season,
season,
we hope to see some of you while you're down here. We hope to see some of you.
2018 Carnival Spice Mass would be the bomb this year. Yeah.
Get a tune here. Let me hear that tune.
Welcome to Grenada, Carriacou, and Pidimati. My name is Sokore. I will be the tour guide for the day. Tourism is all of us business. We all have a part to play. So I decide to be a tour guide on such a beautiful day. This beautiful woman, I am here to go bird watching. So I took her to Mohatman. Oh, what a beautiful scene. From the time she see me bird, she falls so deeply in love. She couldn't take she eyes off for it. It's photogenic and so unique. She says she love me Grenada bird. She says she love me Grenada dog. She love me Grenada, love me Grenada, love me.
Let me go to the good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Yes. Any Parliament building opening?
Yes, the Parliament building will be opening. The date has not been set yet. Hello?
Hi.
The date has not been set yet. There was some equipment that had to be installed. I think that may now be in. And in fact, this morning I was attempting to find the person who usually gives me the information on that. I was attempting to find them this morning. But I believe the equipment should be in now. Okay. So it's just a matter of setting a specific day and having the official opening ceremony. Yeah?
All righty then.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, morning, Tess. How you doing, my brother?
I know the only holdback. In fact, the Parliament building was to have been open tomorrow, the 8th of June, but it was announced in Parliament a couple of weeks ago that that date had to be changed because there was some equipment that had to be installed. The contractor whose job it was to provide the equipment, they would have pulled out for whatever reason, and then the equipment had to be sourced. Otherwise, it has been sourced. It has been placed. I believe it has been placed in now. So that process should be completed anytime from now, and then they will have the opening ceremony. All right?
I've also seen they're doing lots of work in terms of the landscaping around the Parliament building. You know, it's starting to take shape from a landscaping point of view.
Yeah, folks, remember you was around when the Parliament building was built, eh? Yeah, not much people does be able to say that in their country.
Exactly.
Yeah, how much people could say it was around when the White House was built in the United States?
I don't believe
you know, the White House is not as large as a lot of people think it is. No. Some people probably think the White House is a building that about 3 times the size of the ministerial complex. White House is much bigger than the ministerial complex here, you know.
No, it wouldn't be.
It have a lot underground, probably. Yeah. You just hear about that. But the actual building itself is not as big as you might think. Yeah, it was outside. It wasn't inside. Yeah, no, I was inside. I was outside. When I look at it, it's not as big.
Donald gave me a call a couple of weeks ago.
Donald
trying to invite us to Hard Talk to come
back in my days was Obama days.
Yeah. So. but Donald, I have to talk to him and see what's
Yeah.
hard talk in the White House. Wow.
I know it's that I have hard talk for another location for say, but it might be a location that Trump might be going to. Anyhow, let me go on to business. Yes, also the Ministry of Health, dengue. Yeah, we were telling you that there is a dengue outbreak. Yeah, so an ongoing targeted fogging operation supported by beefed up home inspections and health promotion public awareness. Activities are among aggressive measures being taken by the Grenadian healthcare officials in response to the recent spike in dengue reported cases on the island. The beefed up response efforts, which began some 3 weeks ago, forms part of the ministry's integrated vector control management strategy. Health officials say the current resurgence of dengue is directly linked to an increase in the Aedes aegypti mosquito. We know this mosquito is a problem.
We know it.
Why we had to wait until when dengue or something reached to try and deal with it? Come on, man. I'm not speaking from government standpoint here. They have to come out and fight up afterwards. If we do what we had to do in the communities, we ain't having no such Aedes aegypti.
No, we cut down the breeding capacity of them, and we can do it.
Let's see. Top healthcare officials told the Government Information Service that while these and other vector control management and prevention interventions are ongoing with an aim of protecting our citizens and visitors, there's greater need for individual responsibility. That's what we've been talking about. The vector control officials say that surveillance data indicate that there continues to be an increase in the amount of breeding sites, primarily due to persons not adhering to the advice from the ministry. The indiscriminate dumping of old tires, derelict vehicles, boats, household and wide goods in public spaces, in addition to water holding containers in backyards and bushes, have given rise to the proliferation of mosquitoes and mosquito-related diseases such as dengue. Yeah? Meanwhile, health officials are calling on individuals to clean their surroundings. We've been telling you that. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Mr. Edwards?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
How you doing?
Ade, sir.
I just calling while.
You're calling while?
Yes.
You're calling while the program going on?
I am not in a position to hear anything, so I just let me call.
You're not in a position?
No.
Well, you tell nobody in opposition anyway.
They want one, man. They could talk to me.
Nice, okay.
Okay, good.
You feel because a bishop gone over in Barbados, you will come and play a bishop over here. Behave yourself.
So things, man.
We're good, man.
Okay. I just calling a little while. I didn't give a call, kind of busy and so on the job, so I just have a little free time now, so let me call and see what's going on.
Free time, but we can't sit down.
No, right now I sit down.
Yeah,
morning to all the beautiful ladies in the workplace.
The ladies are okay, man.
Yeah.
The ladies are okay. They are fine.
Especially Miss yes.
Let me ask though.
Anybody under my care, they are okay.
let me ask you though.
Yes,
what are some of the main things taking place up on your side? Some of the main projects,
in
because
the constituency, of course, we have the major project going on in La Poterie. That is on. Well, I wish you could make a lot of time and pass down there, man. That project looks so good. And also in Ahoma in Tivoli, we have that little playing field in Ahoma, which in consultation with the persons in Ahoma, I was at the meeting as well with the representative, and they did express concern that they need to do some work. And immediately she started doing some work up there. She had some of the soil down from La Poterie up there, and the place up there, this place has been, even though it is small, but it has been transformed, man. So very good work has been taking place up there.
Hold on.
It is continuing.
So hold on. That means Jamari have better field to run on.
He have better field to run on, man.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, just making sure.
Thinking about stomping his feet.
You're right, nice.
It looks really nice, and of course,
save that on the medical bills, nice.
Yes. In St. John, we have a nice piece of work which the people have been clamoring for quite. In fact, that has been started by the former representative, and the present representative continued that piece of work in St. John. There is peace in place. So despite what is going on, a couple of things are happening within the constituency. And in fact, what is interesting is that many persons are wondering, is the campaign still on? And as the minister said, well, as far as she knows, campaign never starts, because she's out in the villages almost every evening, can say in a different area, just community area and so on. So in St. Andrew North, I could say things looking up.
Definitely, man.
Yes.
So that means the Ahoma playing field, you have the La Poterie playing field projects, both of them going on in St. Andrew Northeast.
Yes.
I'm hearing that we may be seeing work in Simoon anytime from now as well.
Yes, I heard that very soon that the first phase of that particular project will be started. And in fact,
that's the cultural center.
The first phase already started, because what most persons doesn't know, the first phase is not actually the work itself, the preparation and so on.
Yeah, the prep work, yeah.
Yes, the prep work, so I understand that is already started. So very soon we may be seeing the demolition of the old building and so on, and things start get going.
Nice.
So far, I don't know, things looking kind of bright. And of course, with the we are presently preparing for the bushing program, which will be hopefully sometime this month. So it's looking good. I must say, for the past 2 months or so, with the new representative, I must indeed say I believe she did a very good work, and persons generally have been satisfied.
So she pick up the ball and she run with it.
She run with it, man.
Nice. That's what we're talking about. Now,
Ola just passed the ball to her and she kick it and she go in.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know yesterday she would have had a youth forum. Do you have any insight into how that went? I was unable to make it up to St. Andrew yesterday.
No,
but I know she had a youth forum.
But as soon as I get, I will let you know.
Yeah. Oh, Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis, if you want to call and tell us, or somebody from your office want to call and tell us, feel free, tell us how the thing going.
Of course.
We don't mind, Call and tell us.
We could call her.
Yeah.
Always on the ball, man. Like she says, she have no time to sit down.
Yeah, no. We can't sit down. Can't sit down.
You know, what is interesting is that there has been in Moya, cheapest supermarket. You might have known the area. I know there was a piece of retaining wall on the left-hand side. That's a Pierce supermarket in Moya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that piece of wall, well, since during the former representative, Mr. Bola, the preparation work have been started. And that piece of wall has been demolished and rebuilt. Man, I can tell you, if you see this piece of wall, man, you wonder if it's Moya, you know, man.
Hey, what kind of thing is that, by?
we must say kudos as well to the contractor that's Goodings Construction. Mm-hmm. Man, he did a marvelous work there, man.
Yeah, it's an excellent piece of work. I've seen it just about 2 days ago.
Very well.
Yeah.
Excellent piece of work.
My brother, where my partner?
Who, eh?
Oh gosh, my truckman partner there.
Iran?
Not Iran, man, but Iran too, but not Iran. I'm talking about down by the bridge there.
Oh, partner there, boy.
All right.
He
nice.
He doing thing.
Nice.
He doing thing, he did.
Mr. Edwards, tell me something. I think you might be somewhere close to that area too. The sargassum seaweed, right? Most of it is being transported up to around your area.
Yes.
Right? What is the situation? Can you give us a thing as how, the procedures went from the beach to by you and what is being done?
Don't feel you're calling here while and get away. We hold you.
In terms of the sargassum seaweed, I believe a majority of the farmers in Pulse would have requested that it be dropped in Pulse, because from the last time what happened, they used it for the farming in the lands and so on. And even now, well, as I speak, you look across there, you can see the guys just in there, and they taking the sand from the seaweed. Sorry, yes, the sargassum from the sand and putting it into the land. In fact, they welcome it. They say it's doing the land very, very well, mulching it well. So that's why they made a request that the majority be dropped at the Pulse airstrip. In fact, some persons are concerned that they dropped on the airstrip. It's not dropped on the airstrip. They dropped in the grass on the side of the airstrip. So what happened when the trucks came and they dropped it on the dot? All the water soaked through the earth. So there is no stench, nothing around there. The farmers really welcome it.
Nice, man.
Wonderful.
Yeah, they're getting good fertilizer one time.
One time, same time.
All right. Beautiful, man. Yes, and what is happening with Mount Pisgah?
Well, Mount Pisgah, good question, boy, because on Sunday, please God, Mount Pisgah will be celebrating the 5th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
5th anniversary. So we'll be having a church service. A number of churches will be present to support, and so we're also expecting our parliamentary representative. We're also expecting
make sure she wraps she head proper.
So we're expecting our great time. But Pisgah, so far, things looking good, looking up, and we're going ahead nicely.
Make sure she wraps she head proper.
I leave allowance for her.
Yes.
Most times, it's the norm that we wrap our head, and so once you have certain visitors, and so this is not really,
necessary.
And while I'm on that, I'd just like to express my condolences to Honorable Gregory Bowen, who would have lost his sister some time ago, and a good friend of mine. And it is sad that she would have gone, but as we always say, we all have to go. So I just want to express my condolences to Honorable Gregory Bowen and of course the rest of the family. She will be laid to rest sometime next week, Wednesday.
Indeed.
She's my very good friend, and I also have the honor of sending her home.
Okay. All right, indeed. Well, Ian, we'd like to thank you so very much. Hard Talk door always open to you, and the phone line always open to you.
I know, man.
So, at any point in time, you could come through either one. Either you come through the door or you come through the phone, the place open.
I would come. Hopefully, I'll come through the door sometime next week, please, God.
Yes, indeed. And make sure and tell the family hello for us, man.
I'll do that.
All right, and all the people in the office there, good morning to them.
Tell Mr. Good morning for me, okay?
You see how man does what people get innocent big stone when they're passing in Grenville. He grin and he say this and all kind of thing.
All the women.
And the others Hard Talk say good morning.
All the women in the office.
But everybody, man as well as woman, I say hello.
I tell them they say thanks.
Man as well as woman, I say hello.
All right, take care. Good. Sheldon, I'm noticing something on the live there from Spear.
Dr. Randy Glean of Midwestern State University will be holding a meeting with prospective students. Yeah. So those of you that want to go to MSU, yeah, Midwestern State University. In fact, we have several athletes that usually go there from Grenada, but not only athletes. We have a lot of young people from Grenada that go there. So they are recruiting. So the Human Resource Development Division of the Ministry of Human Resource invites prospective students to a Midwestern State University. Invites prospective students to the orientation session. That'll be on Friday the 22nd at the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development and Religious Affairs Conference, right, at the Sir Eric Matthew Botanical Gardens, Stantine, St. George. So, all right, so if you're interested in going Midwestern State University, that is Friday the 22nd of June at 4:30 p.m., Ministry of Education building. Go there and meet with Dr. Randy Glean. Never know, you might be lucky to pick up a scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be lucky to pick up a scholarship. All right.
And the mere fact he's coming here, right, to basically, you know, talk to you and whatever. There is potential, lots of potential for our students.
Mr. Commissioner, sir, former Commissioner, sir. Good morning, sir. Yeah. Good morning to you. You see what I'm talking about, right? Right. Good morning to you.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you will see the name there. Mr. Former Commissioner, good morning, sir. All right, nice. 440-7377. 440-7377. Devon, come on, my revolutionary like you. 440-7377. Good morning to you all, folks. Yes, that's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. Yes, that is the number.
Yes, he hasn't popped up.
Oh, it hasn't popped up on
your
end. Okay, it's popped up on my end, but it hasn't popped up on your end probably.
Yes, Depot from 10, around 10 to 18. 12, 10 to 18.
Hey, you know, another project that you may not have heard much about for quite a while now, but it is actually going pretty well right now, is the Lavera project.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yes, some people have been trying to give the impression that the Lavera project is not on and, oh, the people pack up and, oh, nonsense. They're actually nearly completing one or two of the villas and so that they're doing. The showcase villas, and then they start working on the others. But the Lavera project is not just alive and kicking, it's on and ongoing. Yeah. And there are quite a few guys from the River Sally area and other areas that are working on that project right now. So it is an important one. It's a wonderful one, a couple $1 million there.
And it's to the north. What is very interesting about that project? It's to the far north of the island. Okay, where it basically would divert a lot of some of the business transaction when it comes to tourism, right, for our country. Instead of the south, right, the deep south, you have way up in the north, right? Good for a lot of our workers and so service providers. And so it's an expansion of the whole tourism product in Grenada.
Yeah. You know? Because there's something that a lot of these anti-government people don't want you to know. And they're not just anti-government, they're anti-progress. I could understand if you don't like the New National Party. You're a human being. You're not supposed to like everything that I like. That would destroy the flavor of life. So some of us will like the New National Party, some of us will not. Nope. That's just how life is. Yeah, I would like you to like the same party as me, but you may not. But what I can't understand is why someone would allow their hate to want to see the country that they say they love go down. Why they would want to see the country not move forward. Why would they want to give an internationally bad image of a country that they say they love?
And they live in it, eh?
And that's the thing. They're just praying for you to fail. Just praying. Oh, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before the ball.
Pathetic,
come on. You all lost in 2013. They lost in 2013. They had the same attitude. Don't worry. Just now they go meet it, they go see it, they go this, they go that. My goodness. That attitude carried you through to 2018. 2018, you lost again. 15-0. Huh? The first political party ever to do so in history of the world, probably. 15-0.
They don't learn. They are not
back to back. Yeah, the third time, And this time, back to back. First time from opposition, this time in government. Yeah? And you're still not learning from that. But here's the worst part. They don't want you to be speaking about the positive things that are happening in our country. Now, for instance, Silver Sands. They don't want you to talk about Silver Sands. Anytime you go online or you start to speak about Silver Sands in a positive light, you have these idiotic, I really don't want to use some of the other phrases I might want to use in relation to them on air, but these idiotic individuals who come forward with these very stupid arguments about Silver Sands sell already and this kind of nonsense. You have villas with timeshare. It's not that the place sell and all this kind of thing. And even if it sell, where it go in? It sells so somebody go in and take it up and go some other place with it. Somebody go in and put it on an aircraft carrier and take it to Timbuktu. I mean, it's just so dunce. Seriously, that is the word. Dunce. Because like they're so upset that something positive is happening under the new National Party. They're so upset. They're so vexed and so jealous. That's the other word. Dunce and jealous. That they have to make those statements. I can understand if somebody has valid concerns in relation to a project. Yeah, I could understand that. Even if I don't think your concerns are valid. Your concerns are your concerns, and I would respect that. That's one thing. But to want to see it fail simply because you want to be able to jump up in the new National Party or the government face and say, oh, let's say all again hotel project way there. That is absolutely stupid. Yeah? That is absolutely stupid.
And you own your homeland where you or your family lives. I mean, we don't...
Look what Silver Sands project is doing. These are the things they don't want you to know, and these are the things they don't want you to have anything to do with. Silver Sands has been going around. The Silver Sands Hotel, the same one that's building down in Grenada there and is due to start building on Rivera whenever. That other project. I know they're trying to pretty much focus on finishing the Silver Sands compound before they move fully over to the Rivera. Now, these individuals, yeah? These individuals have gone to the farmers of this country and said to them, listen, we want a certain quality of produce in our restaurants. We want a certain quality. To get that quality, we cannot be buying it from outside of Grenada. We have to buy it locally. We need people here to produce it, and we want you all to produce it. How can we help you to help us? Which businessman does come and do that? Any supermarket does come to you and say, let me help you. Let me help you secure the piece of property that you have. Let me help you get irrigation system for it. Let me help you get a tiller. Let me help you with fertilizer. Well, they ain't really too much in the fertilizer. They prefer the organic. But let's help you with the seedlings and that kind of thing. Or the basic implements like the shovels and the hoes and the forks and those kind of things. Which company comes to the farmers and tells the farmers, let's help you get this done? Silver Sands is doing it.
And lots of farmers are benefiting from it. You know?
Well, you have farmers that get tillers and thing already. The chef actually went out, the chef, you know, and other people, they went out and they took a look at the land and what the people have been producing, and whether it's the cucumbers or the lettuce or the tomatoes or the pumpkins or the watermelons or the cantaloupes or whatever it is. They said, listen, we want this and we want to make sure that you can produce it, because you can't come and give them 200 pounds this week and next week when they're asking. You can't even give them a proper fee. They can't go through that.
Nope.
So there has to be coordination between the farmers of what is taking place. So you can't have everybody have corn at the same time, and everybody have tomatoes at the same time, and everybody have lettuce at the same time.
Cabbage.
But each person must plant in such a way that each week you can produce a certain amount, and they're working with you along with the Ministry of Agriculture. Yeah, they are working with you to ensure that you can produce so that they can get what they need. And it will extend to the fishermen too.
That's the way to go.
Because they don't want to go and buy no fish that no freezer for the last 6 months. They want fresh thing.
And exotic fish that and fish that come out right around the Caribbean, not like imported or something like that.
Well, not even the Caribbean. They want it around Grenada.
Right around
they want
Grenada,
it in the Grenadian waters. They want the guests that are coming here to have a Grenadian experience. They don't want the guests here to have a Grenadian experience with Trinidadian tomatoes.
Nope.
They don't want the guests that are coming here to have a Grenadian experience with Vincentian yam.
Or Miami carrots. Or
exactly.
That type of thing.
It has to be a Grenadian experience. That is what they are working with. But there are people that still against the project. There are still people that cussing the people that doing the project. When you have some fellas and them fellas and them glad. Them fellas who work in construction, they glad because they get a constant income, a constant supply, and whether the tiling, whatever it is they're doing. Yeah, you have guys who were trained at Telfers, who are attached to the electrical contractors that are attached to that project. You have guys who were trained at Telfers as well, who are attached to the Parliament building. Telfers doing a wonderful job training these guys with the CVQ, and so I wish one day though you might be able to have the wireman's exam down. They get them fellas the thing one time. That's something we had to discuss on another program. But these are some of the things that you have going on through that one project. So it's not just some guys that get a construction job there. When it's completed, you have the guys that are going to be doing the landscaping. The landscaping is a constant thing. You don't just do that and then you leave it and go. You have to constantly upkeep it. So you're going to have the team of guys that are going to work there permanently doing that. You have the team of guys who are going to be going around fixing the televisions and the radios and the different things in the different room, electrical, units, the AC units and all of that, repairing them, making sure that they're working properly and all of that. The maintenance crew that's going to be attached permanently to the hotel in case anything break, anything to fix that, fix this, fix the other. The plumbers to make sure that, because a lot of water around that, swimming pools, left, right, center, jacuzzis and spas and all sorts of things all over. So they're going to have the plumbers that are constantly there, the pool attendants, all these different categories of workers.
Professional security personnel.
Exactly. That you're going to have connected to this particular project. And you have people that are against that. Yeah? Hi, Faithlin.
They're against life themselves. Oh, yeah, Faithlin has been around for a long time.
Yeah. And you have people that are against projects like this. Look, Lavera. You have a similar thing taking place. Where do you think the Lavera project is going to get all their farm produce from? You think they're coming downtown and buy it?
Right into
No. It's the guys who up in Rose Hill who does plant the little tomatoes and the lettuce and the cabbage and the cucumber and these kind of things. Yeah? These are the guys that are going to be getting the opportunity to sell their produce over to the Lavera project. So everyone should want to see this project do well because you want to see the farmers do well. You want to see the fishermen in St. Patrick and St. Andrew do well as well. So you want that project to do well so that there's that constant uptake of goods and services going there. You don't want the young ladies who have been trained through NULO, through TAMCC, through the Imani program in hospitality arts. You don't want these people with their CVQ and so to have to go by keep left 11 and 12 in the night, flagging ride to go up the West Coast or flagging ride to go over the hills. You don't want that. You want them to have the opportunity to get a job in the area that they're from, within sometimes walking distance from where they live in. But some people don't want that. So they're just praying. Listen, God doesn't answer these kind of prayers, and I hope all you know it does backfire instead. They're praying Lavera project fail. They're praying on their knees. And it's to hear some of them and the venom and the hate that coming out from them. They're praying for Lavera project to fail. But it ain't failing. It's a men walking there right now. Some of them probably at the radio and Hard Talk. It's a men walking there right now.
You know, it's a good opportunity too with the advent of Silver Sands and the other hotels and other projects coming in there for tourism. For example, with our poultry produce and so, right? Pigs and so, we have a great opportunity to increase on the production of these type of products, right? Much more eggs, much more local fowls and turkeys and that kind of thing, right? For that market, right? We have that opportunity. More pigs right? I mean, the consumption of
Find
pork.
a Rasta man always behind his pig thing.
No, but it's a money making thing. I grew up in pigs, you know. I grew up in pigs, and so my father was a butcher.
We had to have a talk with this guy. Campesh is an original,
you know?
Rasta man. He don't deal with meat and them kind of thing.
Yeah,
I make money. Keep talking about pig, you know.
Make money off of it. That's that's the important thing.
We had to have a talk with you.
You provide a service, and it's an excellent service. That is, I mean, we take for granted, right? The production of pig meat and pork and poultry products, and so we have to start increasing, right? The capacity of these things. Look at how many millions of dollars we import, right, of these products. We can cut that down, let that money stay right within our country, circulate, create more employment for young people. You understand? Not just to see after pigs, but to learn the technology associated, right, with these things. We can, I mean, it's an opportunity for us to continue to do great things, right? The government has been providing excellent opportunity, right, for our young people and those of us who are in the service industry.
Yeah, and it does, because you are creating the side industries that are attached to the tourism industry. Remember, some of Grenada's selling points are that we are peaceful, calm and beautiful island. Now, if we have more facilities for more people to visit, more people will visit. You'll need increased airlift, which is why it's good that we've had that discussion already about adding the apron and so on onto the points at, Maurice Bishop International Airport, so that there can be that expansion, there can be that upgrading, there can be that increased number of flights at the Maurice Bishop International Airport over the next few years, because you have to be doing things hands in hand. You can't be developing facilities and not developing your ports of entry. And that is why government has decided to go forward with the development of the ports of entry. Yeah. It's going to lend to your overall tourism product. Some people say leave the airport just so.
Yeah, leave it just so.
No, it's not a matter of leave it just so. If you leave it just so, you're going to lose your certification. If we had left it just in, people want to leave things just so, okay, then maybe we should have leave it up in Pearls, just the way it was.
Leave it up there.
Yeah, with British West Indian Airways coming in. At that time it was BOA or the BAO or some kind of British Airways or some kind of thing. Yeah, just leave it so, with them fellas and them in the white shoes with the white socks and the short white pants and white shirt with the white hat. When you come in there, you know, they used to look like sailors. When you come in there, back in them days, no, I see pictures, there wasn't they? Yeah, that is what it was like. No, but you have to upgrade. You must upgrade.
Definitely have to.
Yeah, upgrade. You have to upgrade. If you don't upgrade, you will lose your certification. If you lose your certification, you lose flights, because certain airlines will not fly in. So you must upgrade. So this thing isn't being done helter-skelter crazy that government wake up this morning and just decide, okay, we're going to do some stuff on the airport. No. It is with other things in mind. You do stuff on the airport because you know that you're increasing your room stock. So it's not just La Vera, it's not just Silver Sands, it's not just Rivera. You also look at what used to be flamboyant. That is becoming the Kimpton Bay. Yeah? That as well is going to increase and improve your room stock. Added to the fact that Cinnamon Hill added some rooms over the past 2 years, and are in the process of about to add some more, because they realized they add, and before they could finish add those rooms, gone. So they had to add more. Cinnamon Hill Beach Resort, they have to expand. I know they're expanding again. Just know they might have to go into the hillside. They might have to have some what they call the underground suites. Yeah, we're under the ground.
Even to some another expansion that we have with one of our ports right there in Grenville Town. You see the upliftment and the expansion of the Grenville the Port Authority right there. You know, better security, have retaining walls, and so the mood of operation right in Grenville will change in terms of how business is being done within that port. No?
I get the name BOAC. Yeah. But the thing I can't remember is what BOAC stands for. Yeah, the plane and Island in the Sun. When you're watching Island in the Sun, when the plane comes in, I think that's what it had on it, BOAC.
Something like that.
Wasn't BB. Was
No,
BOAC.
We couldn't
Was
have,
BOAC. Somebody message us and tell us or call us and tell us what BOAC was. Yeah, that was the airline. BOAC.
And Hannah, this Rasta man don't eat pork about 40 years now.
No, I'm not accusing him of eating pork, but I find he just into the big thing.
Yeah,
I know for a fact Devon don't eat meat. He has eat fish.
Money. Fish.
Fish. You eat fish. He ain't
Well,
going
not any type of fish.
Yeah, you see, like yesterday, short man, them had the pea soup. I ain't sure short man, I tell you, but I know tomorrow, you had the mutton, Devon do in that.
British Overseas Airways Corporation.
British Overseas Airways Corporation. That's what BOAC was. Okay. Burbis, the way how you and Patricia answer that, like, to all the travel on it.
Like all the travel on that in the 60s.
All the let go all your age, boy. All the sell out all your age, like all the travel on that. BOAC. Not British West Indian Airways. So BOAC. Yeah. That's wonderful. But what we're saying here is simply this. There seem to be some people that just have a problem with progress, man. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome. Hello.
Yo, Devon.
Yes, sir.
You can't ask the translation of something and then you have it for yourself.
No, I didn't have it. I reading it from somebody sent it for me. So
I British Overseas Airways Corporation Airlines.
So you used to travel with them too?
Nah, my mother left Grenada with them in 1977.
Oh, okay. 77 they was still around. Okay.
Yeah, they were still around 77.
That's a day I could never forget, boy. Start up in the airport, watch my mother take a plane.
And you're crying. You tell people you cry. But tell people you cry too now, you bawl. Tell people that, you're afraid.
You're not strange enough, no, you know. I didn't, you know.
Wow.
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. I think the time only cry, the only time I cried is when I came here in the US and saw and met her. You know, that day I cried. But when she left, I didn't. You know, young, you didn't really make sense of what's going on, really.
So what's up, bro?
Yeah. Hey, nah, keep going. Yeah, you behaving like Sheldon now. I'm calling you now. You put me on restricted call. You're not answering your phone at all.
No, man. Boy, if I know, I saw your call, right? But where I was, I couldn't answer. And I ain't no data right now. Only when I in office or sometimes home, I get data. It messed up. I ain't pay my bill. Let me tell you, I ain't pay my bill and they cut me off. Straight up. Oh, sure. I ain't making no excuse.
Yeah, you happen to the best of us.
Yeah, that's life.
Take our money from Sheldon, man. Yeah.
Buy with.
They don't know. They don't know.
Buy with.
Only other Rasta young clan shake it.
Wait, have a good day.
You feeling so?
Anyway, guys, have a good day, man.
Right,
but hey, wait. Before you leave the house, how is mom?
Yeah.
Mom is good, you know. I mean, you know, she as well as expected. You know, she have regular age, as you say. She has the pain and aches and pains that come with age. Mm-hmm. You know, but basically she's good.
And see a special good morning.
I know she good when she started to talk about that stupid son she had.
As soon as I get on the phone, I expect a call from her because she listened. So
anytime she said that,
she will call.
Anytime she said that, I know she good.
Good morning, mommy.
Anyway, guys, have a good one, man.
Yeah,
thanks for asking, Sheldon.
No problem, brother.
One love.
Oh, Lord. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. That's 440-7377.
And 347-329-3101.
British Overseas
Airways Corporation. Wow. Yeah, that was the thing, man.
I was actually watching bits and pieces of Grenada in another movie just yesterday, Owen. White Squall. It was filmed in Grenada in 1995.
I heard of that, you know, but
yeah.
I've never had the
It was released in 1996, but it was filmed in Grenada in 1995.
What is it based on?
It was based on one of those schooners that used to come to Grenada. Is that schooner? What do you call that type of ship again? The big ones with the masts that used to always park up on the carnage there. One of them, but it was a student ship that that they used to visit Grenada. Grenada was one of the bases, and they had gone out to sea, and it sank close to Florida. So it was a story. It's a story from the 1950s. It's a story from back in the 1950s. So they showed bits and pieces of Grenada. Although at points in time in the movie when they were showing bits and pieces of Grenada, they were kind of giving you the impression it's not Grenada. For instance, at the beginning when they're entering the island that they came into, that was not supposed to be Grenada. You could tell that they were passing through Guelph. They were actually heading, because the funeral that was taking place at the cemetery on Guelph. So they filmed a cemetery funeral taking place in Guelph with the bus coming up. And then, strange enough, if you didn't know, you didn't realize that when they're supposed to pass Guelph, you see the bus heading back into Guelph. The same bus. Okay. So that part, one or two street scenes in Guelph, from Guelph circa 1995. Jasmine from Guelph, you know Jasmine. Yeah, she had a part in the movie. Make a little fella run for your life. Bits and pieces of the carnage. And you could basically date it because one of the signs that you see on the carnage says the Ministry of Sports and Culture, Ministry of Culture, Social Development and Culture, and so on. And at that point in time, the Ministry of Culture, that is where it was located, right on the carnage there, above basically where Pizza Hut is now. Yeah, it would have been somewhere at the top side there. You had one or two ministries up there.
And a ministry of part in the Ministry of
Culture was up there.
I think they still have a particular.
Yeah, because you were still in the process of building over the. No, you just completed or was in the process of completing the financial complex after the fire.
Yeah, after the fire.
Yeah, so it's an interesting movie, though. White Squall, bits and pieces of Grenada there. Jasmine starring in that. And a lot of people don't know about these things. A lot of people don't know about these things. But yeah, they did show the Carnage area. You did see the yacht club area. You did see the area where Port Louis is. You could have seen bits and pieces of it. Those days, though, it's not Port Louis was there, so it was looking very, very different. So yeah, you're seeing bits and pieces of Grenada in that movie. There was one house that they used, though. I'm trying to figure out where that one is. It's just not clicking. I have a feeling it's that place that's next to the police station in Guelph. I have a feeling it's that building, that pretty old school wooden building that's next to the police station in Guelph. I have a feeling it's that building. I'm just not totally sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how movies are sometimes.
And talking about police station, the officers of St. Mark's Police Station right there in Victoria. Matter of fact, a nice facelift, man. And not just the police station, but the whole revenue department and police, headquarters in there in Victoria. Nice
and
refurbishment.
As you mentioned, police. Have you taken a look at the movie Island in the Sun?
I saw it already, but not a long time. I haven't really paid attention.
Yeah, why? That one, a lot of nice views of Grenada again. Again, the Carnage. And that would be the Carnage in the 1950s?
Yeah, 50. Yeah, late 40s, 50s, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so you have the Carnage. You would have Governor General's house. You would have some of those alleys in town that people don't really use much these days, but were used a lot back then.
The name's still there. Yeah. Somewhere on the walls of those alleys,
like right behind Cooperative Bank. Those alleys behind Cooperative Bank. In fact, the murder in Island in the Sun was to have taken place behind Cooperative Bank in one of the buildings that used to be there. So that would have been the building that they filmed that was supposed to be where that took place. So they had that. They had going up to the fort where old CID building and so used to be there and things. So they had that. So they actually showed part of Fort Frederick there and that kind of thing. Market Square with the carnival thing right on Granby Street and that. Now the railing that used to be around by Farm and Garden Center, which is where they would have stood up on to look at the carnival parade and that kind of thing, that's gone. That's been taken down.
It's called Cantilever.
Right, but I think that one was posing a threat to the general public, so it had to be removed. Yeah. It had to be removed. Everybody's store. So they were selling right where Farm and Garden Center is. That was part of the movie as well, in Farm and Garden Center. That was a haberdashery store or some sort of thing. One of the ladies in the movie was supposed to be working there.
I can't remember which one, what's the name of that. But they would have seen, everybody would have seen everybody's and the market right there.
I think part of Woburn was also used in the movie down on the beach in Woburn, I think was used in the movie as well. If I remember correctly. Part of the beach in Woburn. But it's interesting. There are a lot of things regarding Grenadian history and that a lot of the generations that are coming up now don't really know about.
They don't know.
Some of them say Island in the Sun. They may have heard it in passing in conversation between elders, but they have not seen the movie. They may have even heard of White Squall, but they have not seen the movie. They haven't seen it. They haven't known that these things exist. These things are out there. And the good thing about them is they give a picture in time of what we used to look like before.
Yep.
That's the good thing about it. Because 1995 would have been pre-Ivan. So you saw what Grenada looked like pretty well pre-Ivan. So it's a nice movie.
And you know, while we're on that, one of the things too I would really love to see, and let us not wait on the Ministry of Tourism or government to do it, the enhancement of a lot of the tourism-related sites. May not be those that are controlled, or under government control, but there are those sites that can be enhanced, right? And add to the whole, the range of sites that we have for visitors, and not just visitors, but locals on a whole. There are places that are, people yearn to see, right? They hear about it and knows nothing about it. And you know,
Jeff Bridges was the one in that movie White Squall. Jeff Bridges. Island in the Sun, you had Har Belafonte. Dorothy Dandridge was considered one of the most beautiful women at the point in time. And several Joan Collins, Joan Collins in that one too. Was Joan Collins Nazim? Yeah, Joan Collins, man. All those days, then when you call them name, they movie sellout.
Movie that was.
Yeah, it's some beautiful imagery in Island in the Sun and in White Squall. You get one or two of them. You can tell part of it was filming it by the Yacht Club and those kind of things. So some beautiful things. People, we need to know our history and things. Somebody saying it's the old bank in Guave. That's what they used there. Part of the thing they used was the old bank in Guave. All right. The movie with Bassi chasing up people around. I can't remember that movie, you know. I had to look for that one. Might be the same movie for all you know. Might be the very same movie. Yeah. Starring James Mason, Harry Belafonte, Joan Fontaine, Joan Collins, Dorothy Dandridge, Michael Rennie, Stephen Boyd, Patricia Owens, John Justin, Diana Winward, and Basil Sidney. Yeah. 1957. Yeah. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. I know fellas like Depot probably was playing steel pan in that movie. Yeah. Yeah. Fellas like them probably was playing if the thing moved. Then a few of us were in a German movie. That one I have to research. Patricia, send me a message. Let me know what year that movie came out. Or if you could remember the name of that movie. I'd be very interested in finding that German movie.
You know, one of the fakest movie I've seen in a long time is the movie they made right after the invasion about the U.S.
Heartbreak Ridge.
Yeah, Heartbreak Ridge.
Heartbreak Ridge, starring Clint Eastwood, Mario Van Peebles. That movie was made in 1986.
That's one of the biggest fake I ever looked at.
But it didn't have a single piece of Grenada in the movie. It do a movie with a bunch of soldiers that came as invaders to Grenada.
Oh my God.
Not a piece of Grenada in the movie. You know? I know where.
Fake I've ever.
I don't know where they went and do that. They put that it was a sort of Cuban that they meet and fight. But anyways, it's fiction. So it wasn't a real thing. It's fiction. So leave it as fiction. They did use signs in St. George's University School of Medicine.
And show some persons, being escorted and everything like that.
But they say all the people they fight was Cuban. They didn't say there was no Grenadian. There's only Cuban they fight.
So pathetic.
But I nothing. You run, so you can't say nothing.
You can't say that now.
You was hiding.
You don't like run, you know.
They don't let us run. Okay.
But you know, history.
Yes, hide.
Would always would tell us because they keep hiding and so on. And for what reason? The amount of American soldiers that died in Grenada and so on. I mean, Hey, let the people know. One time you say 19, one time you say 26, official number. Then but again, that's history. History must never be distorted.
Yeah, but what I'm basically getting at here is this is also part of our tourism and culture and history and all these sort of things. The guys who walk with the tourists in town should always be able to point out some of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I know some of the drivers. I know like Elvis and these guys and them who do this thing, and our good friend Cutty and all of them.
Yeah.
We know that they know these things and they would point out these different aspects. Yeah, that look, this movie, part of this movie from whatever year was filmed here, and that sort of thing.
And you know too, one of the things that I want to implore, and I know they are doing it, but I think much more needs to be done. The Tourism Authority, Ministry of Tourism, and so a lot of more workshops and training and information must be disseminated to most of our taxi drivers. I know it's an ongoing something.
They have courses with some of them.
Yeah, with some of them. But I think
these guys actually real good, and I must interact with them.
No, I've been working in them, and so
they're real good.
It's just there are so many other like places. Okay, for example, a lot of them just take the tourists on some of the more recognized sites.
Mm-hmm.
The Granite Tank, the Annandale Waterfall, that sort of thing. You need to be more innovative. You make more money doing that. Because the more you show, based on the time they have in Grenada, the more you show and so on and tell people of Grenada's history, the more they learn, the more they pay. And everything like that. So it's a plus for you, for the tourism sector in Grenada, for the locals in Grenada, because everybody benefits. Understand? So let us move away from just the traditional sites that we have, and be a little bit more innovative. A lot of more creative sites have been out there. All right, persons have been, clean up sites and areas, and so they have a lot of history. Right, we can do a lot more to increase on the value of the tourism product in our country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed, folks. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number you can call and get on the inside. There are a lot of famous Grenadians that have done things as well that people may not be too aware of. And we're not talking just like in entertainment and so. Because there are Grenadians in entertainment. The movie Black Panther, for instance. Many people don't realize or don't know that one of the main characters is Grenadian. I can't remember her name, it's Ryuhu or whatever. I can't remember her name there, but she's the bald-headed chick with the with the
spear.
With the spear.
Oh, she bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She bad there, and she also bad when she played Mass in Spice Mass. Yeah, she does play Mass for Carnival down here. She's Grenadian. Yeah, so she plays Mass here. There are other Grenadians that are doing pretty big things in music and in the movies and in military and so on as well. Yeah, we had Grenadians all in Vietnam, but you doesn't hear about them.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we have Grenadians who have done quite a lot of things over the years. And I think from time to time, we need to recognize them a bit more.
Yes.
Yeah, recognize them a bit more. Yeah, those who may have been part of something, part of history making something and so on. I was listening to the history of Lieutenant Ogilvy, Nestor Ogilvy, and to hear some of the things that he was able to achieve in his lifetime. A man born here in Grenada, went to Jamaica, was in the forces over there, and then came back and everything. So there are quite a bit, there are quite a bit of things and quite a bit of people who have done extraordinary things that I think we need to recognize from time to time. I think sometimes on Hard Talk we'll use the opportunity and recognize one or two of them.
Oh yeah.
One or two of them. As we get the information, recognize them. A person who has gone to the great beyond, and I remember being much younger, reading the newspaper around an election time, and realizing that they had to take up nearly 1 page with his certifications alone. Is the late, what's his name again? Oh boy, he was the former MP for the town of St. George, Dr. Raphael Fletcher.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher, yeah.
Dr. Raphael Fletcher, just to see his certifications alone, took up nearly 1 page in the newspaper. Seriously, when there was like all the candidates and you have the different things, his certification alone was like nearly a page. Doctorates in this, masters in this, bachelors in this, and all sorts of things.
Dedicated himself to studying.
Yeah, he was a brilliant individual.
Yeah. Hey, Deepo, I need some assistance. I'm thinking of doing a short booklet on October 19th, the day itself. But I needed some assistance and some guidance as to who I can talk to, who can assist me in doing that. I think it's about time I put something to paper, just as I just don't go with it, as memories. And I think it's very important. Because lots of persons have been asking me, if October 19th, again, I would, enlighten people of some of the things. If it's being documented based on what I know, and so on, I'm just talking about what I know, what I can share with people. I will greatly appreciate your assistance, boss. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, folks, I'm seeing the chat there. People are agreeing. Yeah, there's a lot of Grenadians who've made some significant contributions.
Yeah,
there are also some
hundreds,
There are also some events. For instance, people go afraid that one, but the sinking of the Island Queen. No, if you want to hear some theories in relation to the sinking of the Island Queen, go to Carriacou and speak to the elder people. Seriously, go to Carriacou and speak to some of the elder people. Many people don't know one of those not landmines, but one of those mines, those floating mines exploded in Carriacou around the time of World War II and killed a lot of people. In Carriacou, it was found on the beach. People didn't know what it is, so they go around trying to open it and boom. I think it was in the Windward area. Yeah, should have been in Windward. Yeah, I think that's where it was. That's at a landmine, not landmine. I keep saying landmine, but you know what I mean. One of the ocean mines, the mines they put out in the oceans. It floated on shore there, and the people saw this metal thing and decided to go in and open it to see what's inside. Tried opening it and boom, kill a set of people. Up there in Carriacou, back in the 1940s, I think it was, 40s, 50s, somewhere there. Yeah, so there's a lot of history that if we don't continue to record it orally, we're going to lose it. Yeah, we have to record. Most of our history is actually recorded orally, and if we don't continue to record our history properly, we're going to lose it.
Serious problems we get into. And I mean,
Hussein used to make bombs for Gaddafi there. By what? By behaviors. I ain't calling the name of who he say. He says a certain person used to make bomb for Gaddafi. Watch. I think you're serious, But let me see the documentation on that one. Let me see the documentation, bro. I just repeat anything you say. I know that you just have your info. And I know that you know that particular individual very well. But you had to pass that info. I ain't taking part. Yes, definitely. Folks, we have roughly about 10 minutes remaining on today's program. We're saying that we have such a rich history, man. I was looking online, and I've been finding videos online of quite a bit of stuff that happened in Grenada years ago, and people that might be your great grandparents, and they're actually video of them online right now. In the St. Andrew area, in what did they call the area? In Corinth, there was some video of some people in Corinth, and I'm talking about back to the 1930s, 1940s, and 1950s. The video of people playing flute and doing different dances, and so that date back to the 1950s and 40s and so on, and it's online for Grenada, but a lot of people don't access it, they don't look at it, they don't find it, and so
we have the opportunity now based on technology. I'm
gonna start sharing some of it from our page. And usually I try to just copy it and keep a copy and try to share it.
And then getting some of our young people who are versed, who are basically professionals in this computer thing, get them to share it with their peers, and so by doing that, we educate our young people much more of Grenada's long and rich history. We'll be surprised, you understand, that, I mean, to know the type of things and the persons that represent Grenada proudly over the years, you know. Some of them we know, some of them we don't know. Some of them, I mean, it's still been hidden from us based on his, history and so. So we need to do so much more, you know, to get more people involved. So.
4407377. As I said, there's a lot. There's a lot out from Carriacou. Strange enough, I didn't see stuff from Petit Martinique. I don't see much stuff from Petit Martinique. There's a lot from Carriacou. In fact, the only way I was actually able to hear my own grandmother's voice was through a recording from 1950 something.
Wow.
That's the only way I was able to hear my father's mother's voice. I never met my father's mother, died before I was born, but I was able to hear her voice through a recording, singing, the big drum tunes and them kind of thing, and the funerary tunes, right? So singing one of those tunes and so from the 1950s. That's the only way I was able to hear my grandmother's voice. I can't sing like she. No, my sister does sing like she, but I can't sing like she.
Well, you can't sing at all.
Nah, don't say that.
Thanks, Depot. I already look forward for some assistance.
I could make it
very serious.
Now there's a movie that Nazim Benjamin was speaking about a while ago, and probably those of you in the US might be able to access that one. Naz, I'm looking for the post. Right, it's a movie that was filmed both in St. Lucia and Grenada by the name of Water. The star of the movie is Michael Caine. He's saying that his dad had it on VHS, but he cannot find a copy of it anywhere. So the name of that movie is Water. The star in the movie is Michael Caine. And he can't find a copy of that movie.
Yeah, it's hard to find a copy of that.
That one, boy, you might have to look in a discount bin somewhere to get a movie or auction sale. Yeah, but that one is an auction sale or something. You might have to get one of that movie. Yeah, somebody auctioning off a set of old tapes and them kind of thing, or yard sale or so. You might find that.
But the
name of the movie is Water, and it's starring Michael Caine.
Ivan and Emily help sort of destroy a lot of our memories too. There were certain things that persons were saving to share with their children and grandchildren and so. And when Ivan came, it destroyed a lot of it, right? And so some serious information, documents and so that it just happened to just But hey, right now technology gives us the opportunity to sort of regain or reclaim some of those information so we can share it with our younger ones and so. I really hope that we continue to search, right, and find more information about Grenada, its history, and share it with our people.
Nazim, that movie was from the year 1985.
You find it.
You find the whole movie?
It's on YouTube in parts.
Oh, it's in parts on YouTube?
Yeah.
All right, so we go look for that. Nice, we go look for that. Yeah, that movie is from 1985, so that's right after the so that might have been filmed in about 84. Yeah, that would have been filmed in about 84. Yeah, just yeah, so 84. So right, we send that one over to me later. We go look at it. I want to see what Grenada looked like right after the invasion.
Right after the invasion,
yeah. So we go see Grenada in the 85. We go see Grenada in 1990s, them kind of things. So because let's face it, a lot of people and them who were first-time voters this time weren't even born when these things were being filmed. They weren't even born when many of these things were being filmed. All right? Yeah. So let me see. Hey, Ria, good morning to you. Hope you're having a fabulous morning this morning. And hope everything is going your way. Nice? Beautiful. All right? Nice. Good. Yeah, Devon, we have 5 minutes remaining. Huh?
Wow.
We have 5 minutes remaining.
Time went far. Oh, yeah, I would have to check.
So Water, anybody know the other thing? Anybody remember the German movie, though, that was filmed in Grenada? If I can get the name of that one, I'd be glad. Yeah, if I can get the name of that one. Hutch. That's a must-see. That one showing Grenada, or that one just talking about a Grenadian?
There's a lot of
yeah, I will look for that movie. I'll look for that movie. I know there's Hutch. So I definitely go look for that one.
Also, Patricia is also sharing a lot of Morris Bishop.
Steve.
Yeah, showing on YouTube also too.
Steve, good morning.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we can compile in our own time. Right, the history of Grenada and share it.
Yeah,
a lot.
Remember, folks, we're also coming up on a day. I don't know what Devon doing on that day. But we're coming up on a day very soon.
What is that?
That is Tuesday, the 19th of June, eh?
Ooh, June 19th.
So I know Devon was there.
Yeah.
I know who else he getting to come and talk about what take place.
I couldn't know. I'll think of somebody who I know.
So we're saying from now on that day we're going to be doing a special program.
Yeah, you know, going back.
Other people could try to thief we idea, but they can't beat us. No, because we honest, we had to say how it go.
June 19, 1980.
And you was there?
I was there.
Right, nice.
Came from GBSS doing exams and went straight to the park. Hey, don't miss that. Don't miss June 19th. It's only a couple of days away. Yeah, we'll get some, you know, definitely. And anyone who wants to, who was there, I know who was there and wants to, you know, share and assist with some information, hey. You know, I'll try my best.
I'll call a partner of mine down there.
I'll try my best to see if I can.
Just June 19th. Yeah. We're not going March
only
13th.
June 19th, yeah.
We're not going March 13th. We're not going October 19th.
19th or no other date.
Yeah, we
just
sticking
June 19th.
On June 19th.
Yeah, I will endeavor to seek some more information from some of the leaders that are still alive, right, who were there on June 19th, 1980. You know, may help a bit as to, you know, what really went on. And so KB can't share much about that because he was in he was already,
by June 19th he was already
locked up, KB.
KB here? KB here.
Yeah, I know he said he'll be there soon, he'll be home soon.
Yeah, KB can't say how long. He political toes be itching him. He want to come back. He political toes itch.
Yeah, but September.
So you hear the man laughing or he put you in jail, eh? KB, that man laughing. I'm put you up in the cell.
A serious lockup. He couldn't say squawk.
He could have said, but was behind bars.
Behind bars. Hey, bro, you know that's part of the whole revolutionary process. You know?
Thanks, man, because I never knew about water. Never knew about that movie.
I never knew about that neither.
I never knew about that movie. Believe me, I never knew about that movie.
So, hey, June 19th coming up. We try our best to share some information as to the event, what happened on that day, and as a result, you know, and so we saw that we know that we lost 3 persons on that day, young person at that too. I mean, who were killed in the bomb blast.
Still one hero that alive and kicking. And doing an excellent job, Jackie. Yeah, so we still have one. Yeah, man. Folks, also, yesterday was the anniversary of an earthquake that had hit Jamaica in the 1700s. But actually, was the earthquake was 8.5 event, killed 5,000 people in Jamaica. And it would have also destroyed totally the main city in Jamaica back in those days. Destroyed it totally. The city was sort of built on sand, and due to the shaking, the sand basically turned like water, and everybody just ran into the sea.
Mash up.
Yeah, so a ninth, well, most of the city went down into the water and that kind of thing. Remember in Grenada here, we had a similar situation as well, with the original capital that would have been down where Lagoon Road is. That ended up under where Lagoon Road is. So
because of
earthquake. So it is something that you understand? Okay, good, right. Yeah, it is something that we always must keep in check. We are within a subduction zone, an earthquake, well, a tectonic plate subduction zone, which means basically we're in an area that is prone to earthquakes, right? 8.5. We've had tsunamis in the Caribbean and that sort of thing that have killed people and that have affected things, which means we have to be ever vigilant, which goes back to the initial message, be prepared. Folks, that's all the time we have today.
Yep. Peace out.
Yes, indeed. And whatever you say, whatever you do it safe and secure. We want to be speaking to and with you.
And not about you.
Yeah, in fact, I think I finished in different today now. I have to remember my partner Tal. Pre-day coming up and thing too. Your Father's Day show, but after that, remember your main thing, your pre-day. Yeah, man.
Hey boy, action! All top strikers. The most anticipated fete to kick off the carnival season is here. St. David Davids. Are you ready for WASFest?
Is you for who and is who for you?
The official launch of your 2016 and 2017 Road March Kings, Lil Natty and Thunder. Saturday, June 9th at the Malmont Playing Field, St. David's. Bigger venue, one night, the ultimate launch. Live from Trinidad, the Hawkman himself, Blacks.
I feel like
Representing all the way from Antigua, the Vagabond, the professional drinker, Ricardo Drew.
all day we drinking and we don't need no chaser.
And from Barbados, get ready to take off something with the General Stiffy.
Take off something I felt it.
Together with all the baddest local artists and DJs. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 11 p.m. sharp. Admission $30 limited, $40 regular, and $50 at the door. Available from St. David's Pharmacy, Grenada and Optical, Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, and Golden Auto Granville. For VIP tickets, call 410-0157. Remember the date, Saturday, June 9th, Malmont Playing Field. Bigger venue, more mass. All top strikers, be there.
Welcome to the National Report for today, Wednesday, June 6, 2018. In the headlines, government meets with private sector on climate change. Details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back with the National Report. I am Wendy Edmond. Government hastens its steps towards securing finances, building resilience and the capacity in the wake of climate change. On Wednesday, government ministers met with representatives of the private sector to chart the way forward towards security, stability and resilience. Minister for Climate Resilience, Senator Simon Steele, said the time is now for Grenada and other small states to take advantage of funding to help cushion the harsh effects of climate change. He said Grenada's story of being a smart small state will continue to be a model to many, especially those islands grappling with the effects of climate change.
Which is captured in the title Smart Small States. It's a concept that was presented at the World Bank Spring meetings back in April, and it is a message that is going to continue and a story that will continue to build as we progress. And Grenada has embraced that through the Green Climate Fund with the development of a project concept to make St. George's the first climate resilient city in the Caribbean. And that highlights, again, this opportunity. This project is with the Green Climate Fund. Grenada is already the recipient of significant support from the Green Climate Fund with a transformational water project that will look at building resilience into our water sector.
According to Minister Steele, with support from the World Bank, Grenada is on its way to building not only physical, but social and economic resilience.
The World Bank are providing us with technical support as to how we restructure the ministry so that the ministry is better equipped, better organized to fulfill its mandate of resource mobilization.
Representatives of the private sector are elated to be a part of a process that deals with remedying the realities of climate change.
What we would like to be a second project looking at the wastewater side, and we also, of course, are taking that in conjunction with the initiatives to make Grenada climate smart city, because the wastewater interventions, of course, have to be in synergy with the broader discussions on that.
The Grenada Development Bank is in the process of being accredited as the direct access entity to GCF, so that projects can be submitted directly to the GCF from GDB itself or from various private sector entities. We are hoping and hopeful that we can become accredited before the end of this year.
Statistics from the Ministry of Health indicates that Grenada is experiencing an increase in dengue fever and gastroenteritis compared to 2017. According to Dr. Sean Charles, head of the Epidemiology and Information Unit within the ministry, gastroenteritis is increasing in all parishes, with St. Andrew and St. George recording an alarming number of reported cases. Charles said it is important for persons to exercise better hygiene practices and conduct a community cleanup campaign, which will assist in the eradication of the carrier of this disease, the Aedes aegypti mosquito. He said dengue and gastro are endemic diseases, and therefore it's a case that will reoccur every year.
That's why I didn't use the word outbreak. Dengue is endemic in Grenada, meaning dengue is always here. All right, it doesn't leave us. Every year we experience a number of cases. All right, this year we're experiencing cases. They're just a little above what we usually experience. For persons who are wanting to travel, as long as they observe basic protective practices, they shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Dr. Charles outlined the measures to be mindful of to prevent the spread of gastro and dengue fever.
Keeping a clean environment and an environment that is not favorable for the breeding of vectors. So we want you to clean up your surroundings. We want you to eliminate all breeding sites, and breeding sites are sources of water, of stagnant water. All right, so we want persons to once again make a search of their premises and their surroundings, and encourage their neighbors to do the same if the breeding sites are just outside of their area of control. We need them to find these breeding sites and eliminate them.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Data reveals that rats and other rodents are responsible for the transmission of many diseases. In Grenada, the most common is leptospirosis, and it can cause your death. This disease is directly related to rats and mice infestation. Signs and symptoms of lepto, as it is commonly referred to, are high fever, headache, chills, muscle aches, vomiting, jaundice, and abdominal pain. If your home had or is infected with rats and you have any of these symptoms, please check with your doctor immediately. Declare war on rats. Starve them. Kill them. Rats are the most unwelcomed guests. Reduce, control, eliminate them. This is a message from the Ridge to Reef Project, protecting biodiversity and ecosystem functions.
Welcome back. Minister for Climate Resilience and the Environment, Senator Simon Steele, says legislation will soon be tabled in Parliament to ban pollutants from the country. He was speaking with members of the media during the government's weekly post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday, which was observed as World Environment Day. It was held under the theme, Beat Plastic Pollution.
As Grenada, some of the actions that we're taking to address this is working with stakeholders and the development of legislation which will soon be presented to Parliament for the banning of some of the most critical pollutants, styrofoam and single-use plastics such as single-use shopping bags and plastic drinking straws. So legislation will soon be passed to ban these items and the introduction of alternatives that can fill those gaps. So the government is doing what it can. It has established a task force to look at other areas, other interventions that will help limit the level of pollution.
With the 2018 Atlantic hurricane season now here, Minister for Disaster Management, Senator Winston Garwe, is assuring that all hurricane shelters have been inspected and approved. There are 67 primary and 43 secondary shelters. The prediction for this year is 14 storms, 7 of which are expected to develop into hurricanes and 3 major hurricanes. Senator Garwe says during any disaster, there must be a well-structured management system to coordinate the response process at each shelter.
Grenada currently is the recipient of this grant from the Canada Caribbean Disaster Risk Management Fund. And the purpose of this fund, our grant, is to upgrade emergency shelters to accommodate persons with disabilities and also to have water storage capacity. As a result, some of our shelters are not yet completed and not in a place of readiness to be designated as a primary shelter. Hence the reason why we have a lower number of 9 this year. But come 2019, I can assure you, we will have much more shelters because the program of upgrade that we're doing at this point in time definitely will bring us to a place where we will have in excess of 130.
Senator Garwe indicated that funding has been secured for the Shelter Management Committee.
As it relates to the management of those shelters, the agency has went about ensuring that our persons, the personnel responsible for managing shelters, shelter management, that committee is active. And we have been able to get some assistance from the International Organization of Migration towards training new personnel to manage emergency shelters. So there is a call at this moment for volunteers. If you're in wherever you are at in Grenada and you want to volunteer your service and your time to the agency, to your district, your community, as a disaster response personnel, we ask you to call us.
The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. And that's it for the National Report for Wednesday, June 6th, 2018. I am Wendy Edmond, thanking you for joining.
Whining in and out of time, me them spread out and go like cake when I sing. When the bubble and start back it up, make the thing explode if it up. Oh Lord, I am tempted to touch when them legs apart and them open it up. I say, whoa, this party I'm plenty thing. Oh Lord, I say, what's thing? Hey, whoa, this party I'm plenty thing. It's plenty thing.
All top strikers, the most anticipated fete to kick off the carnival season is here. St. David's, are you ready for Wasp Fest? The official launch of your 2016 and 2017 Road March Kings, Lil Natty and Thunder, Saturday, June 9th at the Malmont Playing Field, St. David's. Bigger venue, one night, the ultimate launch. Live from Trinidad, the Hawkman himself, Blacks.
I feel like
representing all the way from Antigua, the Vagabond, the professional drinker, Ricardo Drew. And from Barbados, get ready to take off something with the General Stiffy. Together with all the baddest local artists and DJs. Gates open at 9 p.m. Showtime 11 p.m. sharp. Admission $30 limited, $40 regular, and $50 at the door. Available from St. David's Pharmacy, Grenadian Optical, Melville Street and Spiceland Mall, and Golden Auto Granville. For VIP tickets, call 410-0157. Remember the date, Saturday, June 9th, Malmont Playing Field. Bigger venue, more mass. All top strikers, be there.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.